Hello everyone, just thought I'd take some time to show you an amazing app which I strongly recommend everyone should have on their phone no matter where you are in the world. It's called What Three Words. The amazing thing about this app is that it's designed for things like emergency services, or just when you can't find someone, you have to get to somebody. So it's good for that delivery services as well. But the key that I'm going to focus on here is the fact that it's been taken up by emergency services. So sometimes you'll find yourself on a long country road, let's say, or perhaps middle of a field or middle of a car park somewhere, and let's say some kind of emergency happens. Somebody faints or collapses or worse. Okay. In that event, you need to get your location to emergency services as soon as possible, and this has been taken up by emergency services. Just want to highlight that point. In this app, and I'll show you it to you in a second. In this app, when you open it up, as long as you have your location activated, it'll show you exactly where you are straight away. The best bit about it is it gives you these three random words, and those three random words can be input into a computer anywhere in the world, and using those three words, you can locate exactly where that person is. I think it's within about a 3 meter square. So the entire planet has been mapped in these 3 meter squares, and and in them, using that, you can map any spot on the planet and know where it is, where somebody is. Again, magnificent for emergency services. Okay, so we'll jump into the app. What I've done is I've typed in London at the top, and I've done that because, of course, it would normally open up with my house straight away, and of course, I don't really want to pop that on. So I've opened up London on here. That's what I've searched for. And let me just give you another example. Let's say Buckingham Palace. Right, so there's the palace. Anybody who's familiar with this or been there would know that this circular thing here is a statue. It's like a golden statue, if I remember correctly. And let's say something happens right there. What's the location of that? So if I just tap right there, and if you look here at the top, it says glove test organs. You can see those three words, and that's the location for that spot there. So if you were to give that out, glove test organs, that shows exactly where you are. Now, from there, in the bottom corner of the app, you can see that you can share that location. So you're in a car park somewhere, for example, middle of a car park, there's a sea of cars all over the place, and you're trying to help a family member get to your car. All right. Let's say you're already waiting in the car. All right. So you've got your three words already there. In the bottom left corner, you've got a share button. Press share, send it off to your family member, and then they can use the navigation to find where you are. Not just the navigation though, you can actually use this app itself to get from point A to point B. And in that situation, of course, just walk to the car from wherever they are. So that's just in the car park situation. Let's say, any kind of emergency happens, something happens, and you don't know where you are. You're on a long country road, and you know, how are you going to describe where you are? Like you're after the bridge, you're before the hill, you're by the lake. It's all too broad. But if you use this app, as soon as it opens up, it's got your location. Um, you just give out those three words and it's job done. You can have the emergency services come to exactly where you are. So I'm hoping that this will help people out there, save lives, um, or even just perhaps help with delivery people get to your house. If you have one of them awkward addresses and people can't find where you are, usually use this app. It's called What Three Words. What I strongly recommend is that everybody downloads it. I mean, this is not an advert or anything. I don't know if this is any kind of, if they even make money off this. But everyone should download this. God forbid the worst happens and the only person who's conscious in a car crash is, you know, somebody a bit younger, perhaps not even the driver, it's a passenger. So you're thinking, I don't drive, I don't really need it, I won't really get into a car crash or anything like that. But you could be the passenger who needs to tell emergency services exactly where you are. Um, you could be somebody who works at different locations and something happens at a random location where you work, you're not sure about the address exactly, you don't really have to know because you can just use this app, go straight in there, get the 3 words, give it to emergency services, and they can head to where you are. Of course, if you want to know your address, that's fine, use whatever's fastest. But not just use whatever's fastest, use what's the most accurate as well. And this will get you in a 3 by 3 meter square. If you live in a block of flats, of course, this app is not so good for things like that, but you can still benefit from it. If your block of flats perhaps has an entrance which is hard to find, or an entrance which is best for you, which would be the fastest way in for the emergency services to get to you, head to that little entrance way and just get the 3 words. Or on your app here, just get the 3 words of that little entrance way and they can find you. So let's give you some other examples here. I looked at the Eiffel Tower earlier on. Let's look at that. Prices, slippery traps. That's the Eiffel Tower. And I was looking like across the road here. So look at this, like a main road here. Something happens out here. You probably would look around and look at the buildings around you and use that to guide emergency services. But if you just tap on a square, give out the 3 words, they'll know exactly where you are. And again, you can use this to navigate to people who you need to get to. Okay, strongly recommend it. Give it to every family member you have. Get them all to download it, especially in times like this, where there's viruses going around and, safety is really important and health as well. You should all have this just ready on your phone, always available, because you'd rather be prepared in a situation like that and just have it so it's quick and available for you. So that's it, just about this app. What 3 words? Very easy to use. You can search for places in the top here, just type them in. Of course, don't forget you can share from the bottom left corner, navigate as well. So when you press that, it opens up your navigation options, and of course, what 3 words is an option there. I strongly recommend this app. It's great to use, and you should all have it. Thanks for your time, and take care, stay safe.